Welcome to our executive interview series at the Zero Trust Summit presented by CyberScoop. I'm Elias Grohl, the senior editor at CyberScoop, and we're here with Sarah Noor, associate CIO and CISO at the Department of Treasury. Sarah, thank you so much for joining us. So I'd like to start by asking you, what are the biggest operational challenges your agency is facing in establishing a zero trust environment?
Yeah, so what I would point to in terms of an operational challenge, as you know, Treasury is a very large agency. We're federated. We process vast amount of data. We also support not just the nation with payments and collection of tax dollar, but also support the financial sector. We have to ensure that the economy is stable. So there's a lot going on within Treasury. One of the things that we're focusing on is having to tackle cybersecurity as threats are evolving, make sure that we have a good account of all of our assets. Now, the primary challenge, I would say, when you're that large, is having to shift everyone's mindset, right? To think differently, to think that they are also involved in cybersecurity. It's not just the sysadmins or it's not just the security programs, but it's actually everyone's job. Everyone has to be very mindful with what they're accessing, what they're clicking. So it's a lot of that mind set that you have to shift. However, I would say the other thing is, because it's a government agency, and I think someone in the panel may have said it best, but we have a lot of legacy equipment. So having to modernize all of those and make sure that we have that level of interoperability to enhance our cybersecurity posture and implement the new capabilities and make sure that it's working with those old systems for now as we migrate, or maybe in parallel, it's a challenge, but I think at this point, we're accelerating and we're finding that it's not as hard as we thought it would be, but it's going to be a slow progress because there is a lot of data out there, a lot of assets out there, and we just have to, do a very, very thorough inventory of it.
Where are you seeing signs that AI will help accelerate your agency's efforts to establish zero trust practices?
Good question. So AI is the latest buzzword. And like I said earlier, AI has been around for a long time. Machine learning has been around for a long time. We have used machine learning in the SOC environments in the past to analyze data, things like that. However, where we are changing now, and this is the game changer aspect of it, is leveraging Gen AI, right? So this is going to help us do a variety of things. Now, we know that the bad guys are using it. However, at this stage, it takes around 8 months to detect if you've been hacked, right? Or if you have any kind of indicator in your environment. So what AI will help us do is it will accelerate that detection. It has the ability to consume and analyze that data in real time. It can help us detect those anomalies right away, not just the typical attacks that we're seeing, but also that little DLL, that malicious DLL that's communicating along with all your other files, but it's making its way in, and next thing you know, you're compromised. So it has the ability to do that analysis for us, but also shorten the time frame for detection. I think that's going to really, really help us stay on top of the threat landscape and where the threat actors are moving. So,
Sarah Noor, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your expertise.
Yeah, thank you.